Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Logically enough, it's time that we're going to be focusing on the other ego, the Hung Lu Cavernous Wailing. I don't like this ego. I'm just going to be completely blunt, What do we want? I mean, we'll take the eye, probably. I guess we should go for the fusion gift first and foremost. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll have to do Baba Yaga floor 1, but that's easy enough. It's a pretty short floor itself, it's just a long boss, right? God, I'm still not used to what they do up here. But yeah. We'll do, like, just something fairly standard for the rest of our team. Yeah, like that, right. Took me a second to remember Ishmael. She's nice. I'm also not bringing Ufi Heathcliff because we're trying to focus on, Hung Lu Cavernous Wailing. So, no reason to have any other amplitude conversions. Because they'll just step on each other's toes. Oh god, it's thundering a lot right now. It's very rainy and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if my connection's gonna be a little zany. We'll have to see, though. You also might hear Gregor chewing on a bone in the background. Hopefully it's not that loud, but it might be loud. I don't think it is. I don't think my mic's picking up, but it might be, like, slightly... If you were, like, a slight, like, crackling while I speak, it might just be Gregor. But yeah, we got, like, the little teaser for Time Killing Time. It's not releasing this week, it's the week after. So next week we're probably gonna get, like, an ID ego trailer type thing, if I had to guess. This week's update's probably not gonna be much of anything, but that's cool. I'm looking forward to it. They're going for a very silly, but, you know, logical enough bit in Time Killing Time, where it's basically like, okay, you can only choose 3 sinners. Dante's like, I want to choose the most logical for, like, the detective thing. Everybody's like, no, take these 3. And they seem like the worst possible options, but, like, they're probably just really good options in general. I'm sure that's gonna be the bit, right? Honglu, Rodion, Ryoshu are gonna help out with the case a lot more than just going for, like, the Brainiacs would. Because, like, of course, like, Faust and Yusong are smart, Merso's very good at, like, you know, observational stuff. But, like, that's not all you'd want, really. And so this is gonna be, like, a lesson in Dante learning to, you know, choose his sinners better. It also might be a funny bit on, you know, how some people will just run the same team every time. I don't think necessarily, but it would be funny if that was the case. Yeah, so for this run, I mean, we're gonna just get a bunch of Tremor stuff. We're gonna stack Tremor, we're gonna use the Honglu Ego, we're gonna get the Tremor, the Reverb going. All that stuff, right? Isn't that cool? But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I'm sure it'll be fun. Just the event, I mean. I blinked out completely for a second. I completely forgot what I was talking about entirely, which is funny. It happens. It's early in the morning. Stuff like that, right? It happens. Victory, though, so we get to move on to Baba Yaga. We can't really Tremor Baba Yaga much at all, but, what we can do is we have Regret Faust, right? So we're gonna be fairly well off, I think. Could upgrade Reverb as well, or Reverberation. Not Reverb, because Reverb's what they call the Tremor. God, a little confusing, that's fine. Don't have a lot of Envy on this team, but I don't think we need a lot of Envy, because we don't need Envy for Cavernous Wailing, right? And I always forget, what do we need for Wishing Cairn? Yeah, Wrath Sloth. Pride. Also want to use that a little bit for, you know, potential funnies. Unfortunate thing here is... Yeah. This would be really nice if it wasn't for the amplitude conversion for the sake of reverb, because, you know, 3 Tremor Bursts is very funny. But you've got Daring Decision, so I'm not that concerned. Right. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Yeah, the funny song. Okay, my headphones are freaking out. Awesome, I assume with my headphones, OBS seems to think the audio is fine. Okay. I think it's fine now. How silly. Yeah, 2 going to expend knowledge, nice. Stall a little bit here, potentially, so we can get, you know, more self-tremor onto Faust, I guess? I don't know, I don't think that's necessarily necessary. But it's something we can do. It's gonna happen either way. We're not killing them all this turn, obviously, but they're all close enough to death from it to be, like, they're basically dead next turn, right? I think so. Yeah. I'd like you to get a hit off here. So we're just gonna have everyone go for the weak attacks on top guy then. Yeah, roll with that. Seems good. Definitely won't take all these attacks to kill this guy, but that's fine. We didn't want it to. Yeah. Ish finishes off, cool. And now the fight begins itself. We're on our funny timer, Baba Yaga's coming, yeah, that sort of stuff. The usual. Okay, there's very little we can actually redirect here, which is funny. Yeah, that's all we can redirect. Alright. We'll just have to throw some one-sides into the ring then. That's fine. Do that, cool. Got a 3 insight on Honglu because, once again, not bothering with Cavernous Wailing for this fight. It's only going to be good for, like, bosses and stuff.
제가 만약 도시에서 야구 선수가 되어 홈런을 날렸더라면 이런 기분이지 않았을까 싶군요.
Yeah, cool. Decent. And then you should be able to get 3 insight here. Yeah, nice. Gets the kill too. Now you're locked into 3 insight mode. You save that, yeah. We'll do a little bit of blockage here. Might as well, right? So we can get another contracting straitjacket off, get more self-tremor on you, prepare for the next wave. That sort of stuff, right? Maybe if you're lucky, you'll draw skill 3 next turn, and then you can, you know, burst these enemies down. I didn't see if you will. You do, cool. I'll just pop that then, might as well, right?
평소에 제게 싸우면 어떤 재능도 없을 거라고 놀리셨거든요.
And we'll do something like that, sure. That'll work. Tearing Decision does good damage. Yeah, just straight up kills. That's what I mean by good damage, I guess. We'll see if we're lucky. We'll hit all 3 remaining people with the Unleashed Violence. Huh? We only hit 1 person? Really? Alright. That's rude. Did we not have 10 self-tremor? We did, right? Yeah, we definitely did. Did it target the guy who died? Is that how it works? It probably is. That's unfortunate. Oh well. We'll just have to build up more self-tremor on Faust and potentially make use of it, right? Only 1 enemy left now, but... Sorry. Oh no, there's 2. Oh, no, now there's only 1 enemy left. Silly me. Shh. That's fine. We can do a little bit of, this. Yeah, cool. Send it, kill this guy, and then we only have the final wave. And then we'll get our funny bell. We love the funny bell. Should be able to get Nixie Divergence without too much of a hassle in the next shot, right? Just do some refreshers for it. We'll probably get fairly lucky. You're the slowest person here, huh? That's unfortunate. That's alright, though. Yeah, try that. Sure. They'll probably die a decent bit this turn. Stagger you, cool. An enactment almost straight up kills you. Decent chance you get hit by Faust's mass attack, right? Because Faust's going to be hitting 2 people, assuming it doesn't just hit the same person twice, or hit someone who dies. I don't think anyone dies here, though, right? Before factoring in Faust, that is. These a bit of staggers, though, so that's cool. Okay, once again, we only have 1. Did we not have enough tremor again? I just wasn't paying... Okay. I don't know. We're either getting unlucky, or I'm just failing incredibly and I'm not paying enough attention. I don't know which one it is. Something like that, right? Either way, we win the fight here. That's fine. Yeah, Baba Yaga's always have fairly long floor 1. That's okay. I was prepared for it. Get the bell. Commemorative coin also is funny for, you know, more ego spammage. Sure, take you. Melty Eye, I assume we should just go for Melty Eye. I'd rather... I guess we could just get Nixie Divergence from a Floor Reward, though. Which is probably easier. Should I? Or do I gamble? I wish it was easier to check cost and stuff. It really should show up in your inventory or something, because we've got, like, what, 700 or so right now. So we could reroll. Oh, I'll just go Flat Rope Gamblers, yeah. I think it'll be easier. Probably should have gone a floor that has, you know, an actual final boss instead of just Ida. That's okay. If we're lucky, we'll get something decent for Tremor here, right? We don't really need more stuff for you. Tremor Refresh. Get that. We'll take that. We'll take another skill 3 for you. Might as well. Do another Tremor Refresh. No dice. Coffee and Cranes is more resources, but I think we're fine on that front. That's more stuff, but not to the point of me caring about either of these that much. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We send it. Should be able to do this without too much of hassle. Yeah, bloody gadget. Now we get an elite encounter. It's just the Ting Tang Gang leader. I think that's the only thing it can be on this floor, right? Yeah, there he is. This freak. Doesn't even deserve being a boss in this floor. He doesn't even have a name. Like, what a loser, am I right? These guys are all... They're all neutral to Blunt, so that's fine. We'll just one-side the Unleashed Violence because... Or not one side, one target the Unleashed Violence because there's not really too much of a need to stockpile Tremor, do a bunch of damage to these guys. They're mostly all going to be dead without too much time spent on killing them, right? I think so, at least. Oh. Gregor is now loudly drinking water. Once again, I apologize if that's in the background, but, no, what am I gonna do? Stop him from drinking water? I wouldn't. He's thirsty. Good boy. Okay. Let's see. Still doing good. It's nice. Yeah, you die. So that's pretty good. Cool. See, most of these guys are fairly dead. Yeah, we did some decent damage there thanks to the moths. I think we can just do whatever here and we win. Yeah, looks like it. Skill 2 with Honglu, of course, instead of skill 3, because then it's a 3 insight 1, and his skill 3 is blunt, so it's not as good as using a slash skill against these guys. Also, I didn't say why I chose DHE Honglu in particular, but he just kind of had the best resistance, or best sin affinities, I think. I don't really think it through too much, I just like DHE Honglu a lot. He's fun. Yeah, there's our victory. Lowest star, I mean, that's gonna be a lot of SP damage. We've got so many blunt attacks. And some pride attacks, not like an insane amount, but still a decent bit of pride, yeah. So that works. One more fight before we have to clobber in Ida's head. Shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, it's just these guys. These guys do resist blunt, so that part's a little rude, but it's also still it's still J-Corp Casino bodyguards, right? They're those enemies that you really don't ever like think too much about because they're never that much of an issue. The only time they're hassles if you're going for like a solo or something and you get hit by a bunch of their like coin power drops and their, you know, just normal attack power drops and stuff like that. So they do have a lot of those, which is annoying, but it only matters in solos and they don't really do enough damage for it to be that concerning. Unless you're like using someone who's like weak to blunt or something. Like, if you're using a tank that's weak to blunt, like, there's not a lot of blunt weak tanks, it feels like, anymore. Other than, like, you know, Guido Merso, right? Anyways, we have some slash decks, too, and those also do decent damage, stuff like, you know, Hung Lu skill 1 and skill 2, since he's not a Tremor unit, or Like the skill one from Otis. Cool. And of course, it is funny that, you know, Ishmael uses a pistol and still keeps on doing blunt damage with skill 2 and skill 3 instead of doing pierce or something. Maybe it's the type of bullets, though, right? It could be. Could just be, like, blunt bullets. Bullet damage type is weird. Damage types in general are weird. I have found it very interesting how, like, a lot of, like, bitey type attacks tend to be categorized as slash when you'd kind of expect it to be pierce. I kind of noticed that back when we got Lantern Dawn. She's got pierce too, but also slash. It's interesting. Because, like, if you're biting, you'd assume it would be pierce because, like, the teeth, but the game kind of goes for slash often, it feels like. And a lot of attacks, like, it's relative for a lot of things, right? Most weapons you can pierce or... Most weapons you can, like, pierce with, or you can, like, blunt with no matter what. You can often slash with most weapons, right? Just kind of because of how they're designed. Some weapons it's hard to do certain things than others, of course. If you're using a big hammer, it's hard to do pierce damage. Unless it's a hammer that's also, you know, like a nail on the handle. Like the N-Corp units, that's why they can do pierce damage, logically enough. I don't know. (25 HP), and Ida's dead. Cool. This guy still survives, and that last one, it sure is. Nice. Well, we do get the other part of our fusion gift now, so that's good to see. We get our Nixie Divergence, we can fuse that together here. Emerald Elytra, sure. What do we want here? Green Spirit's nice to have. I might just go for it, yeah. Might as well. I guess I'm gonna want to prioritize bosses that are weak to Sloth, but, like... not exactly something I can remember off the top of my head. It doesn't feel like a very common weakness, because we haven't gotten, like, very Sloth-themed Cantos yet, right? Yeah. Took me a second to remember what I was doing. Get me coupled oscillation, that'll be funny. Don't really need to upgrade any of this stuff, I don't think. We could try fusing something. Would be nice to get the eye, right? Let's see, what could we do? This is a tier 3, really? I don't think I ever noticed this was a tier 3. That's awful. Well, that's fine. So we do something like this, it would be guaranteed. We'd get rid of you, which I don't particularly like, but I think we have to. Yeah, I'm fine with that reverberation. Give me it. Clockwork Spring, that's also a tier 3. That's right. What if we do this? I'm curious, can it give us one of the components of the fusion, or is this guaranteed to be the eye? It is, okay, cool. I'm down for that, honestly. I like the eye more than the other stuff. Bit of a strange, some strange dealings on my side to get, you know, these ego gifts, but if we're gonna be spamming Tremor a bunch, or spamming Tremor Burst a bunch to do a lot of damage, like, I like the idea. Okay, you're not too bad. Shmee, shmee, shmee. Cool. There's also a bunch of Fragile, which is always funny. So the good thing is, I've made sure to choose people that have Tremor Burst egos, right? Although I say that, but because I don't have Holiday on Otis, she has to rely on... I mean, you either gotta create with Sunshower, right? Or you gotta have Holiday, or you gotta use Binds, which will ruin the amplitude conversion. So I forgot to equip Holiday. That's fine. She's just gonna mostly try and go for Daring Decisions. Maybe we should try and get her another skill 3 at the next shop. I mean, that's probably the way to go anyways. It's a bunch of Tremor Bursts. Daring Decision especially does a lot of damage with Tremor Reverb. I feel like you need to say the word Tremor so much nowadays. Because there's everything for Tremor is called, like, Tremor Blink, it feels like, you know? Which, I mean, is a very stupid complaint for me to make, because, like, yeah. What about it, right? Like, what point am I trying to make here? I don't even know myself.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
밝게. 방금의 일격은 매우 좋았습니다. 제가
Cool,
만약
that's a victory.
도시에서 야구 선수가 되어 홈런을 날렸더라면 이런 기분이지 않았을까 싶군요.
We get Sticky Muck. That's more defense level down stacking. Only when we hit it with any pierce attacks, though. But we've got Rodion, of course. And we've got your skill 1. So your skill 1, your skill 2. Yeah, that's all the pierce we have. Okay. So it's not going to happen a lot. Gluttony? We've got some Gluttony. I guess that also triggers it, right? Stuff like, because we've got, like, Dawn skill 2. We've got Ishmael skill 1. I think that's all for Gluttony. Okay, so we don't really get the most out of Sticky Muck, but it's more defense down stacking, which is funny. So I'm not going to complain.
교전 시작합니다.
This'll work.
올바른 방법으로 개체에게
Nice.
일격을 가했군요.
걸려라.
바로 정보의 힘.
Stacking Tremor pretty decently, so that's good to see. It's nice to do, because we're going to need to be able to stack Tremor pretty quick. The Green Spirit's going to do a great job. Green Spirit, despite being a tier 1, is such, like, a huge carry for, like, inflicting Tremor potency, it feels like. Because it's, like, every time you inflict Tremor, just inflict, like, 8 more Tremor when it's at ++, that is. Which, suffice to say, it's really strong.
교전 시작합니다.
Okay, we've got Funny Mass Attack coming through here. After the Daring Decision, though, that's getting priority. Fair enough. It's a skill 3, so of course it gets animation priority, right? That's how it works. I mean, we just kill you. I don't know if we kill the last guy with the attacks we've got left. Because we've got some pretty weak attacks, right? Yeah, we stagger him at least, so that's cool.
우리가 우세한 상황이야. 그렇다고
Yeah, so we just win here. No matter what we go for, our random, you know, gaggle of zany attacks will do the job, right? That's good. Victory, nice. I really wonder if we are getting a Tremor ID for Honglu for time killing time. I'm not fully sure. I think my best guess is it might be like a 3-star, a 2-star, and an ego if they're gonna go down that route. One for each of like the respective people that are like relevant. Because like Honglu and Rodion both are kind of, you know, next up to getting new IDs, right? Either of them could get the 3-star, either of them could get the 2-star. Maybe an ego for Rodion. She's already got an A event ego and an event ID already, so if they just don't give her something for the event, I wouldn't, you know, blame them. Right. I was thinking for a second, because Rodion's gotten both Chef Ryoshu and she's also gotten Soda. Of course, Soda's not good, so
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
just being honest, but yeah. Okay, you guys, simple enough. This is more Buggy Buddies. Buggy Buddy. Buggy Buddy. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see, though. I wonder if we're going to get Detective EIDs or if we are just going to get T-Corp EIDs, right? Because that's what it seems like. We are going to be working, it seems like 4 T-Corp here. T-Corp itself, or like some factions, seem to be hiring Limbus to look into a murder, probably a distortion thing. If I had to guess, that's the vibe I was getting. Because it seems like someone was talking beyond someone we know already. Someone who's talking with brown text, right? Not actual talking, of course. They didn't have the trailer voice, but that's just the impression I'm getting. Some sort of T-Corp person needs us to figure out some sort of mystery, but only is willing to, you know, let us bring a couple people because they don't want to bother having badges for everyone, right? Something like that. This is interesting, though. We're gonna have to do 3 Sinner battles for most of the Kanto, I assume. Make sure you've got decent stuff for those 3 Sinners, then. Obviously, I do, because I've got everything, but for people who aren't, you know, as quite, you know, set for stuff. What's a good team you can do with those 3, with the IDs they have? Obviously not Tremor unless we get, like, Tremor IDs for them, because on top of the fact that Honglu doesn't have a Tremor ID, you know, Rodion has LCCB, and that's it for Tremor. So, like, that wouldn't work. You don't have Sinking. Yeah, I guess Burn would work, but then you'd have to use Liu Honglu. It's not a great Burn team. The only Burn... Yeah. Burn wouldn't work too well. Bleed? Kurokumo? I guess you could run Kurokumo, huh? Now, Kurokumo doesn't actually synergize with each other at all, so I think it's kind of a questionable move. You could do it, I guess. Okay, we're gonna actually use the ego here, because, you know, I've been stalling on it long enough, I suppose. We'll do... I'm tempted, just for the sake of the bit, to use Binds first, and then immediately follow that up with the Cavernous Wailing. You know what, why not? If we can stagger within, like, that little small time period, it'd be really funny, right? So I'm willing to do that. Might as well. Get the Binds, and Binds is also a bit of Tremor Infliction, so that's nice. If we have Commemorative Coins, so the Binds will go twice. Might just be able to stagger both parts with this, right? Potentially. If so, we'll get the stagger ++, and then be able to get the increased damage stuff. You get countered, yeah, I expected that. Otis's Sandy is going to be in alpha position for the rest of this fight. She's going to lose 20 Sandy every turn for the next 3 turns. But that's fine. Yeah, there's the stagger pluses. Okay, this is going pretty well, I think. Unfortunate thing is, Tremor Reverb itself doesn't capitalize off of stagger plus, since it's flat damage. Here's the Cavernous Wailing. Haven't used it yet, so here's the animation. Hit them with a funny frog hammer. Stagger plus. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. You've got a second stagger threshold, don't you, huh? Almost just died then and there. Jeez. Yeah, thank you, Heathcliff. Okay, yeah, and we just finished the job here. Cool. Yeah, that poor wayward passenger, man. Alright, those Spines is only 8 SP each turn. I keep on forgetting about that. So she didn't lose quite as much Sandy as I was thinking, but still losing a bunch of Sandy isn't nice. Give me a random ego gift. Ragged Umbrella. Cool. What's a boss that's weak to Sloth? Genuinely, I don't know. I don't remember who's weak to Sloth. One of you guys? You're definitely not. You might... Deep Sigh? You guys might be? Are you weak to Sloth? You're not a fun fight either way, so I'm not that interested. We'll just go Gluttony Floor. I know Fairy Gentleman's weak to Sloth, and he's like the only person I know is weak to Sloth off the top of my head, right? Okay. That's Fey Lantern. Oh well. That's fine. We'll do some Tremor refreshes, see what else we can get here. Grand Welcome is funny, but not needed. I guess we can get Unoscope. We get Clockwork Spring. Might as well. We don't need Winter Nightmare. I guess we do have some sinking because we have Honolulu, but not enough to actually warrant focusing on sinking at all with a team like this, right? I'll just do a path like this, yeah. Top path, bottom path, we get 2 events either way. So it's all relative. Yeah, cool. So attack. We've got a Wrathres here, which is interesting. Wrath is pretty good for us just because Oscillating Bracelet means that we inflict just additional 4 Tremor every Wrath hit. So that's pretty nice. Of course, it's next turn, so it doesn't apply until next turn, but it's still pretty good, right? Single target Unleashed Violence is fine. We'll do 45 damage, some random sap with the Moths at the start of the next turn, so that's funny. Might kill that one guy who's at like 40 HP. Didn't see who it went for, that's fine.
걸려라.
Cool.
자, 한 건 했고.
방금의 일격은 매우 좋았습니다. 제가 만약 도시에서 야구 선수가 되어
Keep
홈런을
on killing these
날렸다면
guys.
이런
It's
기분이지
good
않았을까
stuff.
싶군요.
Yeah, there's a stagger, and I mean, just a straight up kill, too. Logical. And yeah, they're all dead. I mean, it's sloshing, guys. They're tanky. That's all they've got, though, right? Similar to sloshing Ishmael, eh? Okay, this is... I mean, it's kind of late for Golden Grip to show up, but we can still get some cost out of it. It's nice to get more cost on this floor, and we just get a straight up 50 cost alongside. We're gonna do, what, 3 more fights? That's something. This is another Pierce week, so it might just be more sloshing. Pierce week... Oh, it's you guys. Interesting. I was gonna be like, what classifies as an elite Pierce week gluttony encounter, right? Like, and I guess these guys do. Interesting. Not really what I was expecting to see, but that's fine. We'll trigger Honglu's passive just because might as well, right? Get him that damage up. Hey, Otis' Sandy's building back up. That's nice. We're probably gonna have her ego again if she's faster than Honglu in the upcoming fight, right?
앞에 휘청거리는 적이 있군요. 저 정도면 꿀밤 한 대만 이렇게 딱 때리면 쉽게 처리할 수 있겠습니다.
Cool.
걸려라.
방금 좀 똑똑했다.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep on attacking these guys, right? They're all getting staggered this turn because they've all got really close stagger thresholds. Okay, that's a little bit of damage. Okay, cool. And yeah, now we just finish them all off. Yeah. Don't really need to think too much. I haven't thought too much at all this run. I've kind of been on autopilot. My brain's been somewhere else. I don't know.
아마 85% 정도는 저의 덕이지만
한건 했고.
생색이 아니라 사실에 기초한 통계입니다.
And kill the 6 HP guy, cool. They would have died to moths even if, you know, we didn't have that attack going through, which would have been a funny outcome. But also, it didn't happen because we had Dawn, right? Cigarette holder, cool. I kind of wanted to focus on poise a little bit here, because it would have been nice. And that, if there could have been interesting, I guess. That's not great. No, that's the defibrillator one, isn't it? Yeah, no, never mind. I was thinking of the wayward passenger all DO gift. Okay, that's fine. I usually just don't bother with fighting the Abnos and events and stuff simply because, I feel like most other ego gifts aren't that great, right? Most of the new ego gifts for status effects in Mirror Dungeon 4 kind of felt like, you know, fillery stuff that isn't as good as the other stuff to make the good stuff feel better, right? That's kind of what it feels like. Also, more ego gifts for status effect means it takes longer for you to run out of stuff for that status effect. A little harder to get everything for, like, say, Tremor now than it was beforehand. Although we do have keyword refresh, so it's also easy to just focus on and get a bunch of stuff for the status effect you're looking for, right? But then your limiting factor is cost instead of time, right? Time is still a factor, of course, but you know what I mean, hopefully. I really need to work without saying off, that's fine. 13 HP, yeah, that's a kill. Nice. One more fight, I think? Right? Unless I've lost track of time, which I don't think I have, but could happen. I'll take random ego gift. Burning intellect. Cool. Mermaids? Mermaids are cool. Blunt Week is probably just straight up better for us, though, so I maybe should have gone for the Blunt Week fight? You'd think so.
응원도 결국은 나약한 자들이나 듣고 싶어하는 위안일 뿐입니다. 정보팀은 조금 더 가치 있는 걸 추구하는 부서 아니겠습니까? 올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가했고 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
Cool. Okay. Unveil. Suppress. And yeah, these guys mostly die here, maybe not all, right? I guess we'll build up Self-Tremor on Faust. Not that we'll have a chance to use it, we might, I guess. These guys are a little bit tanky, and we've got a lot of skill ones going through this turn, right? So we're not gonna kill them all this turn, like, right? Yeah, but we do kill before we get a chance to mass tag with you, so that's fine. You're just gone for the one target, skill 3. That's okay. You die, cool. Well, that really is the best solution in it. It's especially funny to say that when talking about, like, Regret Faust, isn't it? Because you have Violence. Like the hit, Abno Page from Ruina. Violence. We love Violence. Okay, but yeah, now it's shop time. Oh, we got a reward card first. Cool. I'll gamble. I did not gain a U-gift. Cool. That's fine. We've got some cost. Are there any U-gifts we're missing that are particularly important? Well, we can get a skill 3 for you, so that's something. We'll sell this. I still don't know what this one does. Proceeds to not look at it. I'm feeling funny, I guess. Nice. Nice cost reduction enhancement thingamajig. Alright. Fast Ally just gains a bunch of poise now. Got a lot of free refresh, or not, free whatever you call them. Free upgrades, that's the word. God. I'm really having one of those days right now. I didn't sleep very much last night. I was excited for, you know, the Time Killing Time trailer. Not that they premiered it or anything, but that's how it goes, right? Oh yeah, we want to use weak stuff this turn, that's right. Want to make sure we get this attack off, though, yeah. We'll do that. Oh yeah, you got attack. We should be able to take down Fey Lantern with this, I'm sure. May not necessarily take it down, but stagger it at least, right? If we can... Oh yeah, there's the stagger. And I think if we don't use all your coins here, you save some charge. Yeah, cool. Not enough to actually skill 2 next turn, though, unfortunately. If we had to charge you a gift, then maybe you'd be fine. That's okay, though. Is this our speed order? It sure is. Okay. Well, you guys know the plan, I'm sure. We're egoing. We're egoing out right now. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. You know? Sure, roll with this. We're just attacking you a bunch. Unfortunately, because Honglu's later in the turn, we don't really want to use stuff like Daring Decision right now. We'll go for, like, binds and stuff, because, you know, this is a bunch of Tremor Bursts. We're just going to stagger you, I think. That's the plan here, right? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, that's unfortunate. Whoops, I don't think it hit Honglu, did it? So that's fine. It's blunt. It probably staggers Dawn, honestly, though, right? Oh, you crit? You crit, really? Well, we got the stagger plus, at least. And, you know, maybe that's the part that matters. We get the Cavernous Wailing. We unfortunately don't get Dawn Ego because she's staggered. Hopefully we stagger plus here with this. It'll Tremor Burst, so I assume so. Yeah, cool. Okay, and now we just kill you, I think. Right? I don't know. This has been very stupid. Suppress gets... You're at 10 fragile now. Cool. Daring Decision. It's gonna roll like all tails, but it's still gonna burst Tremor a bunch of times, right? And that's the part that matters. Yeah, down you go. Sure. Don't really have much to say about that. Shh.
제압 완료.
You did the most damage, yeah,
이번엔
makes sense.
익숙해지시는 게 좋을 겁니다.
Oh, Dawn apparently didn't take any damage at all,
아직
neither did Rodion.
50일까지
That's
많은
funny.
날이 남은 것을.
Yeah,
파우스트의
ignoring, you know,
공격을
the fact that they got brutally maimed by their own teammate. They didn't take any damage at all. I'll take my boxes. Oh, I hadn't claimed this weekly yet, had I, huh? Cool, I'll take that. Daily pull time, see if we get anything. I love shards. I'll absolutely gobble up any shards I can get, right? Since that's all there is to get. That's all daily pulls are for me. It is kind of funny they still keep on doing them, but, like, it's nice. What if I get a random 3-star? What if I get a random 50 free shards? The chance is always there, and it's a funny chance. So of course I'm gonna go for it, right? But yeah, that's Hongwu Cavernous Willing. It does a lot of damage. It still looks greenish to me. It's probably because, like, of course it looks more green than, like, normal Tremor does, but I don't know. I don't like the color of this. I don't like a lot of things about Tremor Reverb. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!